Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. There is growing controversy over the judgment of the Court of Appeal on Kano State governorship election. Now, the problem started when the Attorney General and Commissioner of Justice of Kano State, Haruna Esa Dediri, received the certified copy of the Court of Appeal ruling, which supposedly sacked the governor of Kano State, Kabir Yusuf. The matter got to his head when the CCT, that's the certified true copy of the Court of Appeal ruling, got in the hands of the Attorney General of Kano State, and he was alarmed by what he saw. What he saw was different from what he heard in the open court. That is the issue at stake right now. That is the matter at stake right now. What was the real judgment of the Kano of the appeal court on the status of the governor of Kano State? Was he sacked or was he not sacked? Did they affirm the tribunal judgment that sacked him, or did they dismiss the verdict of that tribunal? However, the Attorney General has said that information that was contained or that is contained in the appeal court sacking of Governor Kabir Yusuf, as delivered orally by a justice of the court, differed from what was contained or what is contained in the certified true copy of judgments given to them by the appeal court. He said, according to the certified true copy of the Court of Appeal judgment given to them, the tribunal judgment sacking Governor Yusuf from office was set aside by the appellate court. He stated this on Tuesday night while responding to questions from journalists on the appeal court judgment. Now, you will recall that the Kano State Election Petitions Tribunal had on September 20, 2023, sacked Governor Yusuf of the New Nigerian People's Party from office and instead declared the candidate of the All Progressive Congress, Nasir Yusuf Gawuna, as the rightful winner of the March 18 governorship election in the state. We are going to continue with that after this message. You know that we are nearing the end of the year, and this is the time when you have to reward yourself for all the hard work you have done throughout the year, or you want to reward your loved ones with gifts. You can do it through this channel just by clicking at the link below. It will take you to Jumia, and when you get to Jumia, because you connected through this link, you can get Techno Camon 20, you can get Samsung, you can get Infinite Smart 7, and you can get Techno Spark 10. You can get all these things at 40% off because you wanted to buy it through this link below. That's what you benefit from being connected to this channel. If you buy through this channel, you're going to get 40% off from Jumia. Thank you. Now, after the tribunal ruled that APC was the rightful winner of the election. Of course, the NNPP was not satisfied. So dissatisfied with the tribunal verdict, Yusuf and NNPP, they approached the court. They approached the Court of Appeal, which also affirmed to the judgment of the lower court on November 17. According to the Attorney General, judgment was given in respect of all 4 appeals. The one filed by His Excellency the Governor, the appeal filed by our party, the NNPP, the appeal filed by INEC. All these 3 were because of their disagreement with the outcome of the verdict of the tribunal made on the 20th of September. Continuing, he said, there was also a cross appeal by the All Progressive Congress. All these appeals were heard, and judgment in respect of each one of them was reserved. On the 17th of this month, Friday specifically, judgment was read. Now that everything has come to limelight, we have got copies of the judgment from the Court of Appeal. Unfortunately, in respect of the appeal of His Excellency, we have found out now that the judgment of the Court of Appeal really set aside the judgment of the tribunal. I think there is a snag here, he said. While in the court, we are told that the judgment of the tribunal was affirmed. The certified true copy of the judgment in respect of the appeal of His Excellency, the Governor, Kabir Yusuf, against APC and 2 others, has shown that the judgment of the tribunal was set aside. That is specifically on page 67 of the judgment. Continuing, he said, we are yet to be aware of the judgment with regards to other appeals. Our lawyers have already commenced action with respect to this to file an appeal with the Supreme Court in respect of the appeal court verdict, he said. The Attorney General of Kano State explained that with what is contained in the certified true copy of the judgment given to them by the appeal court, Governor Yusuf remains the legitimate governor of Kano State, as the appeal court has set aside the judgment of the Election Petitions Tribunal, which ordered his removal earlier in September. The effect of this is that His Excellency Kabir Yusuf, because of the judgment of the tribunal was set aside, still remains as the governor of the state. That means that there is nothing that will interfere with his position, status, and his chair as the legitimate governor of the state. That is the implication, the Attorney General of Kano State said. Now, this controversy has again thrown more light into the alleged corruption in the judiciary in Nigeria. Remember, when Justice Datijo Mohammed was giving his valedictory speech at his retirement, did emphasize that the judiciary that is in Nigeria today was not the judiciary he entered as a young lawyer. Things have gotten worse. That there is corruption in the judiciary is from top to bottom. This has just validated that his assertion. And he named names. In fact, if Nigeria is a clime where people have regard for rule of law, people have a sense of duty to the nation, many of those connected to the things that Datijo Mohammed said as he was retiring ought to have retired and stepped down by now. But they are still staying there, appointing people to or fill vacant position in the judiciary, perpetrating the same kind of corruption that Datiju Mohammed was talking about. And it wouldn't surprise many Nigerians that this is happening, that a court will have two judgments. Two judgments. One, the one they read in the open court, and the one that is the certified true copy. Where does this happen? In any decent society, except in a country like Nigeria that have been ranked by Transparency International as one of the most corrupt countries in the world. That's where you can obtain this kind of situation. And it shouldn't surprise many. It shouldn't surprise anyone. We all are aware of what happened after the appeal court ruled on the presidential election petition by Peter Obi of the Labour Party and Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party. How it was alleged that the watermark in the certified true copy emanated from the presidential legal team. It became an issue that had to be discussed. In fact, even before that, there were allegations that a former minister authored the judgment that was allegedly delivered. The allegation was made by a former aide to President Goodluck Jonathan, Jackson Ude, who is in faraway America. So these are the kind of things you hear that makes you wonder whether the judiciary is ever going to be the last hope of the common man, as we used to say. It's strange, but it shouldn't surprise anyone. It is in this same judiciary that is where somebody who came forth in an election, who came forth, magically emerged as the governor of a state. And the real winner, sacked by the Supreme Court. Datiju Mohammed made reference to that judgment when he was condemning the judiciary at his valedictory session. So it is very strange, the kind of things that happen in our country, the kind of things that judiciary has subjected Nigerians. It was in this same Nigeria that people who did not participate in senatorial primaries were cleared by the Supreme Court to be candidates of their political parties, and they went ahead to win their election. One of them is now one of the principal officers in the Senate. Where is that done? These are people, they contested presidential tickets of the APC with Aswadi Bola Ahmed Tinubu. When they lost, they went back and picked the senatorial ticket in total violation of the law. Even former governor of Imo State, Rochas Okorocha, made a joke about it at the valedictory session of the 9th Senate. And he was talking to the Senate president then, who was a beneficiary of what I'm talking about. Say, you have to teach us how you were able to do this. We contested presidential ticket with you, and now you are back into the Senate. How did you do it? You need to write a book so that we'll learn from your magical ways of doing things. It was a very embarrassing situation at that valedictory session. And I'm sure even the then Senate president was embarrassed by that joke, but it was serious by Okorocha. It was in that same valedictory session that Senator Bukachua, revealed how his wife used to help other senators to handle their legal matters. And his wife was then the president of the Court of Appeal. You can see what is happening right now in Plateau State, where the Court of Appeal is overturning the victories of the PDP in Plateau State. And now nobody is sure that the governor of Plateau State, who is of PDP, is going to survive. The Court of Appeal has sacked him. There's a likelihood he will not survive the Senate, the Supreme Court. And there was a video trending of a lawmaker from Plateau State who was boasting that when the matter gets to the Supreme Court, we now know who the PDP know and who we, the APC, know. In a brazen way of boasting with corruption. That is what you get when judiciary had made itself cheap to politicians. So that anytime they give a verdict, you have to look at it twice to know, to ask what is really going on. Olisa Abakoba, former president of the Senate, former president of Nigerian Bar Association, has severally lamented about the judiciary in Nigeria right now. And he said, look, if in the past, a lawyer on the outside can look at the issue at stake in a judgment and be able to project what is likely to be the outcome. He said, now you can't do it because you don't know what used to be in the minds of those who are giving judgment these days. And there was a place he was lamenting about the fact that judges are now hobnobbing with politicians, something that was unheard of at the time when his father was a judge. When his father don't even have friends, don't relate with anybody because of the sensitive nature of being a judge. But all that has changed. You see where judges, even at the level of the Supreme Court, hobnobbing with politicians, making jokes with them, having dinners with them, to the extent that a judge of the Supreme Court even once said that he was proud that his governor was a member of the G5. The G5 then was the strange bedfellows in the PDP who were challenging the authority of the PDP at the time, challenging the emergence of Atiku Abubakar as the presidential candidate. And there was all kinds of issues going on. And the judge of the Supreme Court was in Rivers State, and he said it, that he was proud that his governor is one of the G5 governors. That's how bad things are with Nigerian judicial. So this should not surprise anyone, what happened in the Kano judgment. Now they are in a quagmire, and we all are waiting to see the excuse that they are going to give. We are waiting for them to tell us the reason why there are two judgments in Kano governorship election petition. But as far as we now know, Governor Kabir Yusuf has been cleared. The CTC has confirmed it. But Nigerians are waiting to see what the appeal court will say. Whether they will say that CTC copy that was issued to the Attorney General of Kano State was fake. It didn't emanate from them. It was AI generated or something. Nigerians are waiting for them. But I can tell you for free that this is an embarrassment to the Nigerian judiciary. And it is another testimony of how bad things are with Nigerian judiciary and the state of democracy in Nigeria. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget that you can click on the link under this video and you make purchase on your latest phones from Jumia, and you get 40% off the normal price because you click from this channel. That is a reward for you for being part of this process. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.